So I've been working on the Mustang. This isn't the most like, I didn't film a lot of this because it's not the most glamorous part. Let me think about this. I didn't film a lot of this because it's not the most glamorous thing I've ever done, working in a car tent beside my house. I swore I was never gonna work off the floor again like this. I'd always have a hoist, but here we are because you know what, shit's got to get done and I love doing it, so we're doing it here. So I got a little bit too carried away with the engine swap and started digging deep into stuff because I don't know when to. So before we were rudely interrupted by the camera dying, kind of went a little bit nuts and pulled off the front fenders because they're really easy, just to have a look at the condition of everything, because I know it's been patched and I knew I had a really big mouse nest in here and it leaks, I think, in there. So I went ahead and cut a little access because this car ain't going to be original, nor do I care. And there was a mother of a nest in there, so vacuumed it all out, cleaned it. Probably just gonna pour some Pour 15 all in there. We'll see what I'm gonna do. I'm just chipping away at like the cruddy stuff. This actually isn't bad, it's just surface rust. So I'm just chipping away all of the schmoo someone put. I don't know if that's original or someone else did it, because this car's been rebuilt, because it was originally like this more turquoise than the blue. Blue's gonna need to get repainted as well, so I figured, you know what, start cleaning up all this stuff, get it all really nice. Way more than I need to, but this is what I don't know, I can't stop. So unbolted the tranny, and honestly it was pretty easy. Had it on the not jack stand, car jack, and she pulled it back and she just lowered and sat on the ground. I didn't even have to fight with it, nothing. Obviously I unbolted the torque converter, you can see it there. So now I'm gonna pull this guy out by myself. Luckily that'll probably fail because it's, you know, because it will. So I don't really like actually lifting the engine by that, but I'm gonna, because I'm not using this, so I don't really care. That's gonna be easy. So pull that out. Sorry, I'm gonna pull this engine out, and the other one's pretty much ready to go. Still got to go over the transmission on that one, but luckily it's at the pros at Joe's. Rhymes. He's gonna look over it. Hopefully we'll look over it together. I can learn a few things about transmissions, and we're gonna slap this sucker in. So the reason I'm doing this here and not at the shop is, first of all, they got no space, so I'd be working outside anyway. And I really wanted to come in here and detail all the firewall, all in the back here, with the engine out when I had time. So after I pull this out, I'm gonna pull, I've already started pulling it. Mustangs are so easy. So I started already pulling everything out because I didn't like it. Because there's a bunch of homebrew wiring here, and so I'm gonna pull all the wiring harness out. I have a universal harness I might splice in and make my own. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna pull the carpets because they're nasty. Pull the seats. Still stinks in here of mouse shit. Yeah, carpet's gonna go. I'm gonna get a new carpet. These cars, holy crap, you can get everything for them, and it's pretty affordable. Obviously with inflation now everything's gone up, but still, like, you know. So I'm just gonna buy a bunch of new stuff, slap it in. I don't have to look for old stuff. So I'm gonna pressure wash the shit out of this, clean up this interior bay. That's what I was just saying. I gotta fix the floor underneath because that whole side's been patched and I didn't know. And when the engine's out, I'll show you how a beautiful job they did tying it back into the subframe. I also want to clean it up to do torque boxes, because why the hell not? And she's gonna get back on the road and she's gonna have an overdrive. So I'm really excited for that because I already like driving this as it is. That's why I'm keeping it instead of just flipping it. Keeping it for now. I loved it so much, we bought another one, the wife and I. So bought a 66, and we're gonna go pick that up too, because, you know, why the hell not? I got no room, might as well have less room. Negative room. So yeah, a lot on the go. A lot of car stuff, so I'm enjoying it. Anyway, I'm gonna keep at it, and I'll show you this junk when I get the engine pulled out. All right, she's out. I didn't film it. You guys can just imagine effortlessly coming out and plopping onto this cart. Thanks Harbor Freight for having cheap stuff. So yeah, it's actually pretty clean in here. I haven't got in. I gotta still yank that out the front. We had a little bit of spillage. Mother Nature will fix that. And I'm probably gonna do a tear down into it and see if it's a piston or a rod that's bent or a valve. I think this engine was rebuilt, judging by the blueness, and that the shit, what's that called? Flex plate. There we go. Is it flex plate? Oh guys, you guys are gonna murder me. Well, anyway, the thing on the back's blue. So I do know all the names of the engine parts and what they do and all that stuff. When I'm talking in a video, they don't come to me that easily. So I will say the wrong things, and I don't really care. And you guys can correct me and call me whatever names. That's how it's gonna be. So if you know, lucky you, good for you. If you don't know, figure it out. So for now, it's gonna find its spot in the mess of stuff. And actually, you know what? Oh, and I got this in the way. If you don't know what this is from the Thunderbird, the 93. I have owned so much stuff I forget the years. Where I got the I just dropped the whole cradle out. That the motor and trainee are going in this. I grabbed the rear end mainly for the rear spindles, hubs. I forget what they call them when rear axles. For a project that is waiting to be done. If it gets done, who knows? It's just I'll still get parts for it. And here's the frame. It's on side, on a cart, being a very nice shelf for all this junk I gotta go through. So anyway, I'll wheel this in here. I got enough room for that. I'll probably keep the transmission too. I don't know if I'll keep it here, or I know Joe likes the Ford transmissions, but that was a nice transmission. It didn't have any problems, and it's painted blue as well, so I can only assume that it's had a rebuild, at least a refreshed with paint. So now I'm gonna take another thing I'm gonna do is brakes. I'm gonna put a dual master with power brakes. I don't need the power brakes, but I got them, so I'm gonna put them on. I guess I don't have to hook them up. And I'm just gonna start cleaning schmoo out. There's lots of schmoo to clean, so I'm gonna start doing that. Oh, I gotta pull the steering box because it's sloppier than anything, and I don't think it has any more adjustment in it. I got another one that might be better. We'll see. So anyway, that's gonna come out. It's gonna be a lot easier without this. Oh, this doohickey here is bent, so I gotta find a new one of those. Probably could make one, but there's a lot of dead Mustangs around, so I'll probably get a nicer one. And yeah, just keep at her. And if you can hear my dog, she's pissed. She's not outside right now, so yeah. And yeah, there's some nice cracks developed along here. I hear that's really normal, but the body paint job that was done on this car isn't that great, and it's not liking the climate, because the car was in Tennessee, and when I first got it, it looked pretty good. I stored it inside over the winter and stuff, but it's just, I guess there's more humidity here, or even in the summer, but it started to pop, and it's getting like zits all over the fenders. I'll show you those in a bit. But it definitely looked better when I first picked it up, so I will be painting it eventually. Once I get all the drivetrain, all that stuff sorted out, it'll get a repaint. So yeah, I'll probably show you guys when I'm done cleaning, because it's going to be a long time of doing very little. Yeah. All right, here's the update where I'm at. I'm sweaty, it's hot. Pulled everything out that I could, pulled the steering column out. It was a pain in the ass. Got the heater box, heater core, all that stuff out. But if you can kind of look there, you kind of see a crack. So I've ripped out all the interior. And it's a little bit too much Swiss cheese going on over on that side. This side was already replaced. They didn't do a good job because they like to screw lots of holes through it. And that was covered with duct tape, so they'll patch that up. I already ordered a floorboard for that side, so we're going to do some surgery. But now it's going to be turbo time. And what I mean by that is I bought a turbo nose for the pressure washer, and I'm going to blast the shit, all the mouse turds that's left, everything, because it's all up in there. I don't know if I'll bring a pressure washer inside. I might just vacuum that, but still, like, I'm going to blast all this junk. Pulled this thing off, there was a cover here just to get at it a little bit better. But yeah, so there's a bit of welding to do, bit more cleaning. This is a way bigger project than I ever hoped. Yeah, it's a lot more work than I was hoping. I was hoping just to drive this car and not do any of this, but here we are. Anyway, the fight continues. Alright, hopefully you guys can see stuff. It's kind of in a weird spot. I'm working out of a car tent, so if you get something, see something good, you see something good. By the way, my pressure washer's messed up, so I have to start it full blast. Alright, she's clean. So, it did a pretty good job. It got rid of a lot of this, well, that's down to bare metal almost, which is pretty cool. Got some of the textured undercoating off, not all of it. And I guess that was the original color of this car. It was like a nice green color, metallic green, I don't know. So, guess I should clean off that and all this. But it gives me a nice clean surface now. I gotta fix that right there. That got split open. Look, actually, it does look better. It does look better. I'm just gonna keep telling myself. And I didn't wash in here, but she got wet. Exciting. Too exciting. Can't hold my excitement. Anyway, I'm gonna let that dry off and continue. I guess I'm gonna start welding. Great. That's what I want to do.